What I really do, DC gang. Welcome back to the channel, my boys, my gangsters. As always, I hope you guys are having a great day out there, gang. So with that being said, I got it on me, CHIMERA branded CHIMERA, whatever you want to call it. And this is actually, I try to play the deck pure, just CHIMERA and stuff like that, and it was doing kind of well. It was doing decent, but not enough that it was doing anything crazy. So for example, the deck is really good on its own with its own engine. Even though the engine is not complete, we're still missing support for this deck. But you know, having the targeting negate with the cornfield coat is really good. Then having the monster negate with the sword knight, mirror sword knight, is really good as well. But that's all you have, plus hand traps most of the time when you're playing it pure. Yeah, you get a lot of card advantage. Yeah, you get to pop 2 cards on the field, but the board is really easy to disrupt with just infinite impermanence. If you have your CHIMERA, the King Phantom on the field, infinite impermanence will basically take away all of your negates from the graveyard or the field that you have, if it's from both of these, right? So it felt a little underwhelming, and I wanted to keep it 100 with you, bro. I wouldn't play this deck pure. I would, like, if you're playing it in the event, yes, but other than that, no, I wouldn't really play it pure competitively. You can, again, because of the hand traps, the way you draw the pop and all that, but nah, I'd rather play it with branded. I'm gonna keep it 100. So with that being said, before we get into the whole deck list, just a quick reminder to please leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe to the boy, because I would greatly appreciate it. Now, this is a 46 card deck list because I've been switching the ratios around. For most of the replays that you're gonna see, which basically I added branded in red and branded banishment after the fact that I got my replay, so I was playing it at 44 cards like this. So most of the time I was playing the deck like this, but there were times when I felt like I needed better back row setup with the Albion Dragon, because I already used my branded fusion, right? I probably already used the branded opening as well, and this thing I'm probably gonna use it to get my branded fusion to the hand, so I don't really have anything impactful or important to set in the back row. That's why I added the branded in red and the branded retribution, I believe it is. Just to let you know, because I don't want you thinking that I was playing with those cards in the replays. I wasn't. I just keep it 100, but I feel like if you're going to add anything, you should add those 2 cards, which we're gonna do right now. All right, so it's a 46 card deck list now. Like I said, again, I was playing at 44. I was just giving you the options so you know what I was playing and what I wasn't playing with, because branded is kind of really consistent. Even in this deck, CHIMERA is also really consistent because any one of these are starters. Almost all your cards, except for the Bephomet, can be a starter, right? So essentially, the deck is actually really consistent. You open up some type of starter some way, somehow. If you don't open up a starter, you might have some type of interruption because you do play Super Poly, which is crazy. So we're gonna go to Maxi at 3 for Maxi reasons. No other reason than that. Ash Blossom for Ash Blossom reasons. We don't play any synchros in this deck at all, so it's just to negate some shenanigans. Then we are playing 2 Fallen Evolvers. I don't think you need more than 2, because a lot of the time you're gonna recycle the one that you use with Lubellion anyways. So you play 2 of them. Then we're gonna play 2 Aluber, the Jester of Despia, which is, you know, limited to 2. Then we're gonna play 1 Spring and Skit, which can be amazing in this deck because you could search it out with your Bephomet a lot of the time when you're doing your combo. So if you could even use your CHIMERA cards to go fusion summon into something that has the name Fallen Evolvers in it, and then you just special summon this and search out your branded fusion. I tend not to do that because I like the double negate with the CHIMERA cards, but you know, it's an option. So then we have the Blazing Cartesia. This thing can be also a part of your branded combo most of the time. If you open up with this thing and a fusion deployment, then you basically kind of have full combo. So that's why I play her at 1. Then we're gonna play the Quem as 1 as well. Again, to try to keep the deck list a little tight, you could definitely play 2 Quems. I don't think most people play 2 Quems. 1 is fine because essentially you're just gonna use it to revive your Fallen Evolvers or your Mirror. Whichever one you want to revive. This thing is nuts in my opinion. But either way, Gazelle, the King of Mystical Beasts, we only play it at 2. We don't need to play more than 2 at all. Then we're gonna play 3 Cornfield Coat, because you activate Cornfield Coat, you're gonna sell your Mirror Knight. Mirror Knight is a 1-card combo, so technically Cornfield Coat is a 1-card combo, right? So then we have 3 Mirror Sword Knight. Of course, they made this thing a UI. I guess it's kind of fair if you think about playing the deck pure. It makes sense because this is a starter, right? But it's a UR at 3. Most of the time you're gonna normal summon this, send it to the graveyard, start your combo off of that. Then we are gonna play 2 Big Wing Bephomet, which you don't want to draw into most of the time. You kind of don't mind it if you're gonna fusion summon with it, if you already have your Chimera fusion and stuff like that, but a lot of times you don't want to open up with this. But we do play it at 2. Then we are gonna play one Bestial Serenir. We only play one Bestial. We could have bumped this up to like a 50 card deck list or something, or 48, and just play the other Bestials, but I like the ratios that I've been playing with the 44 and the 46, so it's limited to 1, so we only play it at 1. It's most of the time to send it to the graveyard somewhere, somehow. That way we could send either the branded fusion or the branded retribution, so that way we could search out, get the branded fusion to the hand. So we only play it at 1. Then we're gonna play Albion the Shredded Dragon, which this thing is also basically a Fallen of Alvas if it's in the graveyard. It's a part of your combo to search out your branded fusion. Also, it can draw you a card. This thing does a lot for what it is. It actually does a lot. But either way, we play it at 1. Then we're gonna play 3, the Bestial Lubellion, again because of how we search out for the Serenir. If we have 3 deployments and a Bestial Lubellion, then you probably got the full branded combo. So that's how you play that thing at 3. Then we're gonna play one Hero of the Abyss because a lot of people are playing. There's certain monsters that are just really hard to get rid of or annoying. So if we're gonna break some boards, we have to have at least 1 or 2 board breakers, right? So we have the Hero of the Abyss, which is one of them. Really cool, amazing against Pearly. If you're having problems with Pearly, this is your Pearly solution right here. Then we're gonna play 3 deployments, fusion deployments, because this thing is actually also nuts. And then we play 2 Triple Tactic Talent. Again, we're gonna have to play some board breakers, help us draw more cards, you know what I mean? Your opponent activates any effect. Triple Tactic Talent is one of the most annoying cards in this game, in my opinion. You could look at my hand, you could draw 2, or you could take one of my monster. Insane, but it's really good for going second, so we're playing it at 2. Then we play one branded in white, because a lot of the time you can just use your branded cards or branded monsters in the hand to fusion summon and all of that. Any other way, even with the Chimera fusion, and then you could just banish the material from the graveyard and make another fusion summon for your branded shenanigans. So we really like the branded in white. Then again, we got the branded future, which is limited to 1, which is why we play the deck we play it with the Bestial Lubellion, Serenir, and Blazing Cartesia. So we only play it at 1. I played 2 Super Polymerization because I only have 2. You can see it right here. I only have 2. I don't have 3. And I don't feel like crafting another one, because anytime I play this, and maybe that's one of the reasons why I wasn't doing all that weight with pure Chimera, because most people play this thing at 3. I don't have 3 and I don't want to craft 3. So 2 is fine though. I was drawing into this thing crazy. So 2 of them is fine. If you're on a budget to, you know, it's good for you that it's not at 3 in the deck list. But either way, we're going to play 2 Cold by the Graves as well to most of the time stop Max C. The Chimera package alone does play pretty well into Max C, because you're gonna basically give them a draw 3, but you're gonna rip one of them from their hand. So essentially they just a +2 on it. So you don't mind Max C all that much, but you kind of do when you're playing it with branded, right? Even though branded doesn't give you a crap ton of cards either. But either way, we do play the Cold by the Grave at 2. Then we play the branded opening at 1, because, you know, activate this, special summon Aluber, you go your combo from there. Also protection for your fusion monsters from destruction, amazing. Then we're gonna play the branded in red again, because most of the time, if I did the combo and I sent the Albion the Branded Dragon to the graveyard, I wanted to have something that was important or impactful as a disruption to set in my back row, right? So we go with the branded in red, that way we could fusion summon on our opponent's turn, which we could do with the Chimera fusion anyways, but you know. And then we set the branded banishment as well, just for interruption and stuff like that. Like again, if you want to take both of them out, do so, it's up to you. Then we play 2 Chimera fusions. You could definitely play it at 3. I think it's fine at 2, because you want to open up most of the time with some monsters and stuff like that. You don't just want to open up spells all over the place. So we play it at 2. Again, branded banishment and then branded retribution. So for our extra deck, we do play one Mud Dragon of the Swamp, and then we do play the Garura Wings Resonate. These are basically just your super poly targets. You know, you're gonna use your opponent's field to make these. Or a lot of the time, if you have a Fallen of Alvas on the field and the super polymerization, that you don't need those targets, you're probably gonna make a Mirror Jade on with your opponent's field, which is crazy. So that's why we play both of them. Then we're gonna play 2 Chimera Kings of the Phantom, because of the Chimera package. We only play 1 Baphomet the Mystical King. You don't need more than 1. Most of the time you might not even go into this thing. If you're going into this thing, you're probably in the grind game at that point in time, but most of the time you don't need to. Then we're gonna play, we also don't play, with me personally, I don't play the statue, the Barrier statue, the dark one. So if you want to play it, you can, because then you could fusion summon into this, send the Barrier statue, then activate your Chimera, the King of Phantoms, special summon it during your opponent's turn. They can't special summon anything that's not dark monsters, which will kill essentially every fire deck in the game, right? So if you want to do that yourself. I don't want to play with that floodgate, so yeah, I'm just letting you know. So then we're gonna play one Predator Plant, Dragon Stepelia. Then we're gonna play one Tinkla, the Ash Dragon, one Brigand, the Glory Dragon, then one Albion, the Branded Dragon, one Mirror Jade, one Lubellion, the Syrian Dragon, one Grand. I always have problems with this name. Granguno, the Dust Dragon, Rimbrum, and two Guardian Chimeras. That is the whole deck list. It does sometimes feel like a underpowered branded deck, but it also it gains a good amount of disruption and card. This thing is really fun because you're gonna draw cards, you're gonna fusion summon your opponent's turn, you're gonna pop cards, you're gonna banish it, you're gonna do a crap ton of things. So with that being said, again, I hope you guys enjoy the content. Enough with the yapping. Let's get into them replays. Alright, familia, here we are for replay number one of the day. Now, quick disclosure, you see the Mercurial here. I took it out of the deck because, again, I was testing out. This is one of my first games with the deck because I wasn't playing branded lows. Now, I just don't like playing cards that make me feel like I'm playing Floodgate-ish. So, essentially, I took it out because I wasn't playing branded lows. I had no way of searching it. So, you know, it was like it wasn't doing much for me at the time. So, I took it out. Also, I'm showing you this first replay. This is like a showcase replay because my opponent didn't get to do much. This is just how you make one of the best boards for the deck, right? So we're going to special summon the Fallen of Alvas off of the fusion deployment because we already have the Cartesia in the hand. So that allows me to special summon the Cartesia off of the hand, right? Which we're going to do. Special summon it, then I'm going to normal summon my Mirror Knight. Now, something that a lot of people like to do is before you activate the Mirror Knight, they might impermit. So that's why I like having Cartesia on the field. But I do that because I can use the Mirror Knight as fusion material to fusion summon. But either way, we're going to activate the Mirror Knight, get it to the graveyard, special summon the Baphomet. Baphomet is going to get us our Chimera Fusion and our Spring Skit to the hand. We're going to activate the Blazing Cartesia to fusion summon into the Albion, the Branded Dragon. Bring it out here. Activate the Albion, the Branded effect so we can use itself and the Fallen of Alvas to fusion summon into the Lubellion. Now, before anybody tells me this, because I'm not the greatest branded player, right? I could have used the Baphomet and the Fallen of Alvas to go into Lubellion, and that would have saved us the fact of using the Albion of the Branded Dragon. But I wanted to keep the Baphomet on the field to use it as material with the Chimera Fusion, so I can go into my Chimera plays. Just in case you were wondering, that's why I did it like this, because if not, we would have lost this, and I wouldn't have been able to go into my Chimera plays. So that's why we did it like this. We're going to send the Thrust to the graveyard so we could use the Albion, the Branded Dragon, the Fallen of Alvas to go into Mirror Jade. So here we're going to activate the Spring Skit, special summon it, activate its effect, get the Branded Fusion to the hand. We're going to send the Mercurial back to the deck, activate the Chimera Fusion so we could use both of these to go into the Chimera, the King Phantom Beast. Which, you know, his name changes to the Flying Mystical Beast when he's on the field. So we're going to activate his effect, activate the Baphomet. That way we can special summon the Story Knight back onto the field. Bring it out here. Chimera Fusion is going to come back to the hand because we have the Flying Beast on the field. We're going to activate the Branded Fusion, send the Fallen of Alvas and the Gazelle to the graveyard so we can fusion summon into a Rimbrum. Gazelle is going to activate so we could get ourselves the Cornfield to the hand, activate the Cornfield, send it to the graveyard so we could search out a Mirror Knight for follow-up next turn. We're going to set down our Chimera Fusion, activate the Mirror Jade, sending the Tinkla to the graveyard, activate the Rimbrum to negate your... This interaction is insane to me. So we're going to negate our own Mirror Jade so that way we could use Mirror Jade during our opponent's turn, while we could also use the effect of the Fusion Monster that we sent to the graveyard during the end turn, which is wild. So negate that, send the Lubellion back to the graveyard, back to the extra deck, because we don't need it. It's just a body on the field. I'd rather have it just in case I gotta go into place once again. And then the Tinkla is gonna special summon the Quem. I'm gonna send the Retribution to the graveyard. Retribution is gonna activate to recycle the Branded Fusion. Branded is nuts. Activate the Blazing Cartesia, get it back to the hand because we have the Fallen of Alvas in there. And then we're going to rip a card, which is the Pearly Sleepy Memory out of all of them. So this board is insane. I'm going to tell you why, right? So essentially we have a double pop 2 cards on the field and draw 1, or draw 2 and pop a card on the field. We have a extra deck monster negate. We have a non-target banish effect. Then we have 2 negates in the graveyard and 1 on the field technically. And then if anything happens to any one of these, I can special summon them with Quemback. Or I can special summon the Fallen or Albus onto the field, use their monsters to fusion summon. This board sets so many freaking interruptions. So we're going to activate the Mirror Sword Knight, get it out of here. That way we can special summon the Baphomet. Again, they set up the Stray Pearly Street. We're going to activate the Baphomet. Baphomet is going to get us a Brand of Fusion to the hand, plus the Gazelle. Card advantage is crazy. They're going to normal summon a Pearly. We're going to negate that thing's effect immediately. Just so we're going to, it's basically a -1, because you're going to search out for the spell. Now you have to use the spells that are in your hand, because you're not searching for anything. Now I'm going to activate the Mirror J so I can banish and get it out of here. So that way you can't use any spells in the hand to exceed summon with, which now they're going to activate the Pearly Pretty. We're going to activate the Chimera Fusion, and we're going to use the Mirror Jade, the Baphomet, and the Gazelle, so we could go into our Gyron Chimera. Now this is the crazy thing, right? Straight Pearly Street says your opponent cannot target Pearly monsters you control with card effects. Gyron Chimera doesn't target, so I get to pop whatever they special summon, whatever monster comes out of here. I get to pop it, then I get to pop the field spell, and then on top of that, I'm going to use Quem to special summon Mirror Jade back onto the field, which is another non-target banish. What are you supposed to do? He didn't even special summon the monster off of that thing, just so I couldn't pop a card or draw with the Chimera. But what did it matter if you don't have anything in the hand? So that is technically the best board that you can make with this specific deck list. And it's just pure insanity. I wanted to show it to you. Now we could go into some real back and forth dueling. Let's get into that. Alright gang, here we are for replay numero 2, number 2 of the day. And here we kind of took a maxi challenge against Rescue Ace going first. So here I'm going to activate the Cornfield Coat. And we're going to get ourselves the Mirror Sword Knight to the hand. I'm going to activate the Fusion Deployment before I do the Sword Knight play. If you're wondering why, it's because their field glowed when I activated the Cornfield Coat. So I thought they might have had an Ash. So I'm like, let me try and bait it out, see if that's what they have. If not, then it is what it is. But what they had was the maxi. So I'm going to take the challenge. It is what it is. I'm not going to do anything crazy. And a lot of the time, I also like doing this. I like special summoning Fallen or Albus if I open up with Super Polymerization, because that is probably, unless they pop this before they get into a Link, Xyz, or whatever extra deck monster, it's a free Mirror Jade on my opponent's turn. So we're going to special summon and normal summon the Mirror Knight, get it out of here so we can special summon the Baphomet. Baphomet is going to activate to get ourselves a Gazelle and a Chimera Fusion to the hand. I know I'm not going to make any branded plays for real, so that's why I didn't add the kit, because I would rather have the kit for the next turn if that's the case. And I need Gazelle to use it as fusion material, which we're going to use Gazelle and the Winged Beast Baphomet to go into our Chimera, the King Phantom Beast. We're going to activate the Gazelle first, activate the Phantom Beast, and then activate Baphomet. The order in which you activate these kind of matters. Just make sure that you activate the Gazelle first, because the Gazelle is the only one that can be Ash. All of the other ones can't really be Ash. So Baphomet is going to special summon the Mirror Knight back onto the field. And then Gazelle is going to search us out another Mirror Knight for next turn. Follow up. Get the Chimera Fusion back to the hand. Set one down and set the Super Polymerization. Now here we hand whip them for the Rescue Ace Hydrant. So now we know 100% we're playing against Rescue Ace, which this thing actually is really good, especially going first, because it allows you to have knowledge on what your opponent's playing. So now you know exactly what to do and what not to do, right? So here we're going to activate the Mirror Knight immediately. He hits me with a Maxi again. So I threw out my Maxi, because it's like, it's your turn. I don't know if you want to negate this, which he does. Call by the Grave, and I'm fine with it. We don't necessarily need the Maxi ourselves. I know what I'm doing here. So here they're gonna finger the Maxi, which negates my Maxi, also negating his Maxi. Now he just has to play. We're gonna special summon the Baphomet. Baphomet is gonna activate, get myself the Springs kit, and then again we only played 2 Chimera Fusions, so I couldn't search out another one because the other one is in the graveyard. Oh no, it's already on the field. So here they're going to activate the reinforcement of the army, getting themselves the rescue a lifter, which is basically the 1-card combo. They're going to activate that thing's effect, getting themselves a rescue, which now we know they're probably going to get the hydrant from the graveyard, get the hydrant back onto the field. Hydrant gets to activate to search out another rescue a monster. They search out for another a lifter, which lets me know that they probably have the hydrant in the hand already, or they have more rescue ace monsters in the hand, which is why they search out for a different airlifter. So here they're going to link off into the Link Kuriboh, which I thought was kind of weird, but again, they have the preventer, banish the hydrant, special summon the preventer. So here I go into the Chimera Fusion. They activate the preventer to basically flip down my flying mystical beast. So I'm going to activate the cornfield coat in the graveyard to negate and pop that thing, which essentially I think that he wanted me to do that, because once the preventer leaves the field, he can activate preventer's second effect. But before they do that, we're going to use all three of these monsters right here to fusion summon into the Guardian Chimera. So here they activate the preventer. We're going to activate the Baphomet to special summon the Mirror Knight back onto the field. Then we're going to activate a Guardian Chimera. They're going to activate Airlifter's effect to get rid of it from the hand so they can special summon a monster that they have in the hand, which is another preventer. So here we draw two. We're going to pop the preventer at that point in time because it's the highest attack monster. It's a level 8. They already used both of these effects, so I need to get that thing out of here, right? So here, Mirror Sword Knight gets a special summon. They bring the Hydra back onto the field. Here they go with the Turbulence. Activate the Turbulence to banish 2. Special summon it. Activate Turbulence effect. That's when I activate my Mirror Sword Knight to negate that thing, because that is the most important card to negate. We don't need them setting up the back row because that will be problematic for us. So now they're going to use both of these monsters to link off into the Nightmare D Phoenix. Bring it out here. Nightmare Phoenix is going to get rid of a card to try and pop our back row. I'm going to use Super Polymerization, which is why I usually special summon the Albus and leave it on the field if I do have the Super Polymerization, because this plus this is a free Mirror Jade on the house, is mine, and they scoop. If I'm not mistaken, right here, yeah. The deck is kind of nuts, bro. Super Poly is just, if you could play Super Poly in almost whatever deck you could play it on, you have a crazy amount of it. Especially if you're playing Fallen Evolvers into it, because Fallen Evolvers can basically be material plus almost any freaking monster in the game. So it was GG. So with that being said, let's go into the next replay. Alright, so here we are for replay number 3 of the day. And here we are going first against Runic Branded Chimera. I don't know what the heck they were playing. But we're gonna special summon the full-on albums. Like I said, every time I open on Super Poly and I have a fusion deployment, that's probably what I'm gonna do. But here we're gonna activate the Cornfield Code, getting the Mirror Sword Knight to the field. Activate its effect, get it out of here, special summon the Baphomet. Baphomet gonna activate, get myself a Gazelle to the hand, and the Chimera Fusion. Here we're gonna activate the Chimera Fusion, and he activates the Bestial Magna Hut. So if you're wondering why they're doing this now, it's because if they try to activate that during after I fusion summon, then I can negate it with the Mirror Knight, right? So he's activating this effect, getting rid of the Mirror Knight now, and so I don't have it during my turn, right? So pretty good on him. This is actually a pretty good way to use your Bestial cards to get rid of the Sword Knight. So here we're going to use the Gazelle and the Baphomet to fusion summon into the Phantom Beast, which is now a flying beast. Activate the Gazelle, activate the Baphomet. Remember, always activate the Gazelle first. And then we're going to activate the Phantom Beast. They're going to activate the Bestial Magna Hut, of course, so that way they could search out a Bestial card during the end phase or next turn, wherever it is. Here we're going to special summon the Cornfield Coat, getting ourselves a Sword Knight back to the hand. Activate the Chimera Fusion so we could get it back to the hand as well. Set down a Chimera Fusion. We're going to rip him for the Runic Tip, which we got lucky on that because that's one of the best cards we could have hand ripped, right? And then here they're going to basically search out the Bestial Rebellion to the hand in the end phase. And that's all we wrote. Now our board doesn't seem that crazy, but it's always crazy when you have Super Poly in the back row. Here they're going to activate the Bestial Rebellion, getting themselves the Deerstorm to the hand. They're going to activate Deerstorm's effect so they could banish the Baphomet from my graveyard. I allow it. Here they're going to get the Deerstorm out of here so they can special summon the Bestial Rebellion, activating the Deerstorm. And I'm going to negate that thing with my Cornfield Coat. Banish it, get it out of here. Then I'm going to use Super Polymerization And I'm going to send the Sword Knight as material to the graveyard, so now I have the Sword Knight negate, because I gotta think ahead, brothers. And then on top of that, I'm gonna use the Blizzard Lubellion before they activate its effect to set out any back row as fusion material with my super polymerization. So we get 2 benefits out of 1 card here. And we're gonna go into the bring in the Glory Dragon. Now, essentially, I'm not gonna lie to you, the reason why I went into this also is because I thought this protected you from targeting effects. It's only and mainly cannot be targeted other monsters you control with monster effects. I read this wrong. I could have sworn that was just targeting in general, because we're playing against Runic, they're gonna target my cards, right? So I thought I was protecting my cards at the time. And here, I also did not think that he was gonna be smart enough to just get the Chimera King out of here, because now I essentially lost my negate. So here they're gonna activate the Runic Dispelling. I'm gonna activate the Phantom Beast in the graveyard so I can special summon the Mirror Sword Knight back onto the field. Bring it out here. They're gonna special summon the Hugin onto the field. They're gonna activate Hugin's effect, getting rid of a Runic card. I'm gonna activate the Mirror Knight. That way I can special summon probably another Baphomet. There we go. I don't think we've used this effect yet. So here they're gonna get the Runic Phantom onto the hand. Yup, we haven't used the Baphomet, so I'm gonna search out Spring and Kit again. We have a Branded Fusion in the hand. I mean, Chimera Fusion and Chimera Fusion on the field. I don't have a third one, so that's why we're not searching that out. Here they get a duality out here, getting rid of the Hugin, special summoning a Albion Essence of Vanity, which, you know, now I know they're trying to basically synchro summon into a level 8. And I'm like, nah, we're not having that, brother. We're not having that. We're going to use all 3 of these monsters to go into my Guardian Chimera. Guard me, please. Guard me, please, because we're not allowing no synchro summoning. So here we're going to activate Baphomet's effect to bring the Mirror Sword Knight back onto the field, which is follow-up if it doesn't get destroyed. We're going to get a Quem to the hand, pop 2 cards. Duality gets to activate in the graveyard, basically recycling 2 so they could draw a card, which is insane. And here they're going to, is that a normal summon? Yup, they're going to normal summon the Blazing Cartesia, set down the Runic Fountain, and notice how I held on to this Ash for dear life for this specific moment, because they're going to activate the Runic Flash Fire, pop the Guardian Chimera, and now he's going to try and draw 3. Nah, I'm still joyous. It's Spring on my side of the field. Negate that thing. Nos vemos. Now we're going to activate the Glory Dragon, special summon the Fallen of Albas. Albas gets to activate, send the Branded Fusion to the graveyard, so I could use your Blazing Cartesia to go into Albion the Branded Dragon. And I'm not even a good branded player, I don't think, bro. But this is crazy, because I managed to. And then we're going to fusion summon into the Tin Clad, the Ash Dragon. You don't have anything on your field. Yeah, I knew Blazing Cartesia gets to go back to the hand, but what are you supposed to do with that? I have lethal damage on the field right now. We don't even have to do much. Draw a card, put my Mirror Knight in attack position. That's 8,200, brother. Congratulations. That was crazy though. Runic has been low-key nerfed to almost oblivion, but when Runic pops off, bro. So with that being said, let's go into the next replay. Oh, right, familia. Here we are for replay numero 3, numero 4, 3, 4. I don't remember. We're going second against another Chimera player here. They're gonna normal summon a Gazelle and immediately activate a Chimera Fusion. Now, if you open up with something like this, this combo that he's doing is really good against Infinite Impermanence or even Effect Veiler. So for example, if the Infinite Impermanence this or Effect Veiler, then you activate your Chimera Fusion, use this as material and dodge both of those. But he did it like this. I'm going to activate the Max C. Now this deck, which I'm assuming he's playing pure, I don't remember checking it, so, but I'm assuming he's playing it pure. It plays really well into Max C. The Chimera package plays really well into Max C because you might get a +3, which is technically a +2 because you're going to get hand ripped anyways. So here they're going to get the Chimera Fusion back to the hand. Activating the Gazelle, activate the Ancient Chain, which both are ashable. So that's why you activate your Mythical Beast last, so they can't ash any of the previous 2 effects. They get the Frightful Patchwork to the hand. Then they're going to get themselves a Cornfield to the hand as well, which is the 1-card combo. Activate the Cornfield, send it to the graveyard. Get yourself a Mirror Knight to the hand, which you already normal summon, so never mind. They activate a Frightful Patchwork, getting the Polymerization to the hand. and getting another Edging Change for follow-up next turn. Activate the Chimera Fusion, get it back to the hand because you control the Mystical Beast. Get yourself the Polymerization, use the Mystical Beast and the Mirror Sword Knight to fusion summon into a Magna Reliever. What? Yeah, he had a plan. I'm guessing he's playing a pure version with a lot of hand trash because this is kind of smart, honestly speaking. He activates the Magna, recycle the Polymerization to draw a card, sets to background, and then he hands flip before the Herald of the Abyss, which is hilarious to me because I was just gonna send that thing to oblivion with the Herald of the Abyss. But either way, you see, we didn't get to draw too many cards. We drew 3 that get hand ripped by 1, so we get a +2. So here I'm gonna activate the Chimera Fusion. He's gonna activate his own Chimera Fusion. I'm like, okay. Chimera Fusion gonna use both of the monsters in the hand, the Baphomet and the Edging Chain, to go into a Garura. We're gonna use our Shrouded Dragon and our Baphomet to go into a Mood Dragon. Now, if you're wondering why I went into Mood Dragon, that's one of the only monsters that I could go into. Now, I was also trying to think ahead because I know that I'm not gonna make Chimera plays because I opened up with Baphomet. I don't have any 1-card combo for my Chimera plays. So this is my plan. I make a Mud Dragon. I was honestly trying to bait out an Ash or any shenanigans because I do have an Aluber in the hand and I have a Triple Tactic Talent. So I need him to activate monster effects. That's what I was thinking. So here they activate the Edging Chain and the Baphomet, which congratulations. I'm gonna activate my Mud Dragon and go into Dark. He's gonna activate the Magnum and then he's gonna pop his own Garura. Yeah, he's gonna pop his Garura, then he's gonna activate the Chimera Phantom Beast. And it's like, listen, I understand why he's doing certain things. They make sense. I just don't know if these are the optimal plays that he should have been doing. Because look at this. Baphomet's gonna activate, special summon on the field. They're gonna pop the Garura. Swamp Dragon, now he can't target my Dark Monsters. He special summons the Sword Knight. He gets a Frightful Patchwork to the hand, which now he activates the Baphomet, activate the Garura to draw a card, which again, that's why he popped it, right? So here I'm going to activate Ash Blossom, because I don't want him getting a +1 and maybe opening up or drawing into an Ash himself, or like any other disruption from the hand. That's what I was thinking at the time, because I would have definitely Ashed the Baphomet, but he's chain blocking it, right? So he activates the Mirror Sword Knight, get it out of here so he could special summon, what else? Because you have the Baphomet onto the field. Okay, Egazelle. He special summons Egazelle. Garura gets negated. Baphomet gets to activate to get herself another Gazelle to the hand and a Chimera Fusion. Gazelle should activate, searching out another Baphomet to the hand. I'm guessing he's going to use it as material. We're going to activate the Triple Tactic Talent though. And I'm going to take his Magnum Reliever because I get to use his effect too. We use that thing. So we're going to recycle that Chimera Fusion, draw a card. Crazy enough, I joined to a brand new fusion myself. I normal summon Aluber, activate Aluber's effect. He activates the Chimera Fusion, and then he activates Effect Veiler, right? And he negates the Magnum Reliever? What? Yeah, bro, I just noticed this not too long ago too. He can't target Aluber because of the Mud Dragon. He can't target any Dark Monsters. Effect Veiler targets this. This is a light monster, this is dark, he can't target it. So that was kind of bad for him. Even though I was just trying to bait out shenanigans, because again, we have the Branded Fusion in the hand, he doesn't know that though. They're gonna make another Phantom Beast, which now, he was making plays, bro. He was making plays, because now he has the negate in the graveyard, right? So here we're gonna get a Branded in White to the hand with the Aluber. He activates the Flying Beast effect, activate the Gazelle's effect. And this is why I don't like playing a pure. It's like, yeah, you get a lot of advantage. Yeah, you draw cards, you do a lot of things, but he's not really disrupting me that much, honestly speaking. So here we're going to activate the Branded in White, and we're going to use both of these monsters right here to go into the Bring in the Glory Dragon. And I'm trying to bait out some shenanigans. Now I get to activate the Branded Fusion. We're going to use the Mud Dragon and the Fallen of Avos to go into our Mirror Jade. Bring it out here. We're going to activate Mirror Jade's effect, send the Tin Cloud to the graveyard. They're going to activate the Mirror Sword Knight. And this is exactly what I expected him to do. 100%. Because that's why he fusion summoned into the Flying Beast, so that he could negate any shenanigans with the Mirror Sword Knight, which I wanted him to negate my Mirror Jade, because then I get to use it on your next turn anyways. The Tin Cloud is in the graveyard. I'm just setting up my board. And destroying yours, because we got to pop the Gazelle, pop the Baphomet, And we get to pop your Phantom Beast. Activate the Tin Clad, special summon the Quem, activate the Quem, send the Brandon Retribution, activate the Brandon Retribution. Oh, and this is his hand rip, by the way, which I don't have a card in the hand yet because this is the end phase. So I wait for the hand rip to go off so that way I can recycle the Brandon Fusion. Because if you don't do it like that, then they get to hand rip you for your Brandon Fusion, right? And that's all we wrote. So I have a live Mirror Jade right now with a Quem. They activate the Miracle, and this is again why I don't like playing the pure version over the one with the branded, because you could easily stop it. Yeah, you activate the Chimera Fusion. You're gonna activate the Mirror Store now. I'm gonna activate Mirror J now, because yeah, this is a quick effect. It could bounce off of the field, but this is non-targeting, which means whatever you bring onto the field, I'm going to banish, and that's just hella sad because that's your card. That's how you do your combo, and that is why I don't like playing the pure version all that much. I mean, if you play it with the Floodgate, with the Dark Tower, whatever it's called, the Dark Statue, then yeah, you might be winning games off of that thing. But sometimes people could just slap over that thing and build their board on top of your shenanigans. So this is why I like playing it with the branded package. So with that being said, let's go into the next replay. Right, familiar, here we are for the last replay of the day. And we're going second against Infernobles, which this guy started the combo saucy. He activates the uppercut, get the Bucks Inspire onto the hand, special summons that thing. Then with both of these monsters, he go into the Dempsey. Dempsey activate both of his effects, which one of them is funny to me because as he makes himself untargetable, you could target him. Funny as heck. But either way, they're gonna get the Rona to the hand, special summon it, activate its effect, get the Spyro back to the hand so they can activate the Spyro again and special summon it, which is nuts. Bring it back onto the field, and with both of these, they're gonna go into the Ice Sword, and from here they just start cooking. Immediately, they're gonna get the Roland to the hand, send the Angelica to the graveyard, the ring, getting the Heritage, activating the Heritage, activating the Oliver special summon, set the field spell. I'm gonna speed this up because the amount of time that it took him to build this board, look at this. I would just die commentating over all of the shenanigans right now. And it's sped up. They go into the Princess, right? They go into the Angelica, activate the Angelica, get the Museum, activate the Infernal Knights in the graveyard, shenanigans, get the Phoenix onto the field, which is a monster negate. So even if I had any Nibiru and any shenanigans now, he could stop me, which I don't have any Nibiru, right? Pop that thing, get it out of here, special summon the lady, go into your Emperor Charles. Emperor Charles is gonna activate, attach your material to itself, get that Museum out of here so they can activate another Museum, get the Infernal Arms to the hand again, special summon the Emperor Charles, go into the Great again, Charles attach it to the Great, Infernal Arms again, getting themselves the Rona to the hand once again as well, activate the lady, special summon the Rona. Now, his end board was funny. Now, here they're going to activate its effect, right, attach cards to the Emperor. Now, I was confused as to why he kept certain cards in the graveyard and why he didn't use the Angelica right here. This is the best card in your deck. This thing is just this is what protects you from Super Poly. So I don't know exactly why he didn't attach this to it, but he does have Monster Negate. He basically has like quadruple negates right here. The board is still nuts. It's just, I have Super Poly, activate Super Poly, send Lubellion to the graveyard. I just basically got rid of almost all of your negates right here to make a Garura, which is gonna trigger the Infernal Arm, special summon the Angelica. I'm gonna normal summon Fulham Abbas. They're gonna activate the Roland in the hand to attach it. They're gonna activate the Angelica, and then they're gonna activate the Captain in the graveyard to attach it to the Emperor right here. Angelica gets to banish itself. Again, my Fallen of Alvas. I'm gonna take your Emperor. He's mine, bro. All of these negates, they're gone. This deck breaks board, bro. The deck breaks board like it's nobody's business with Super Poly. Super Poly is just crazy. So here they're gonna activate the Migius, recycling basically 3 cards right here so they could draw 1. Branded Opening, special summon the Aluber, activate the Aluber's effect, get myself the Branded Fusion, activate Branded Fusion, and he's just gonna scoop. this is another reason why I prefer playing it with the branded package. It's just you have more follow-up with the branded package. You could gain resources with the Chimera, but Chimera alone is not going to help you OTK. Because, yeah, we could super poly into... It's just better with the branded package, bro. It's easier to break boards. It's easier to get follow-up. It's easier to OTK and finish your opponent. And if you don't OTK and finish your opponent, branded is one of those decks that if you're beating it, you're beating yourself. So with that being said, let's go to the deck list. Alright, gang, here we are for the deck list portion of the video. Now, this is how I'm playing it. Again, if you probably play my carrier and the branded laws, it even gives the deck a boost. Because now you can search out a negate with your fusion monsters on the field, and then your opponent can't do anything. Legitimately, they wouldn't be able to do anything with your fusion summoning, with your Chimera fusion, with your... Well, they already can't do anything about polymerization. But any fusion shenanigans, even your branded red that you're doing, they can't respond to it. They can't do anything. So if you want to do that and bump up the deck, then do so. This is the deck list that I'm running with right now. Again, I wasn't playing the banishment or the branded in red. Is something that I'm still testing after I made the you know, make the video and things like that, because I actually really enjoy playing Chimera. I really like the way it plays. I like the hand advantage. I like the drawing. I like the special. I like doing things all over the place. So with that being said, again, I hope you guys enjoyed the content. If you did, please leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe to the boy, because I would greatly appreciate it. Continue having a great day, and I'm gonna catch you guys next time. Peace.